Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm Margaret Crabtree and I'm from KeeperNet, and today I'm going to show you how to make some costumes up for Halloween. I'm going to start off with this little witch and start with her headband. So here we have just a regular headband. You could use a fabric one if you didn't have a plastic or a hard one. And I've just tied some pipe cleaners around it. I'll show you how to do that now. The pipe cleaners are really inexpensive, 69p for a full bag of them. You can get coloured ones or you can get them all in one colour. The spiral is made by twisting the pipe cleaner around a pen or a pencil. So if I move down here you'll see better. So you start off with your hairband. You can do it up in rainbow colours if you want. So it's just a case of putting the pipe cleaner under the hairband and just twisting it around. You don't all have to be the one size. So when you do that, just put your pen in and then spiral your pipe cleaner around the pen and you've got it done. So just wrap it around tightly around the pen or pencil, and then just remove the pen or pencil, and you can see now. So these would do for antennae if you were going to make this up on their bug, or some other head piece, but you can just use the hairband. It's quite inexpensive. You can also remove them again and use your hairband as normal. And just wrap around. The more times you wrap it around, the more spirals you'll get on it, and keep it tight. And then with the next one, just wrap around the pen or pencil and then remove the pen or pencil so you can see now. So you can make this one up onto a multicoloured or rainbow style one. So if you're going to dress up, for example, as a unicorn, you could put the different colours in, or you could just put a big one up the centre, which I'll show you now, and take it out. Wrap it around the pen nice and tight, and then take it out. So if you wanted to keep going with it like that, for a jazzy hairband, or you could attach two together or more. So if you attach two together, just wrap one around the other to secure them. And you can do this a few times to make up a coloured one for a unicorn scorn. So it's just a case of twisting two together just to get that bit of extra length on it. Maybe we'll add another colour as well. And put the gold on with yellow and orange. There we go. So we'll just wrap these two and through one another, join them up, and nicely. So just wrap one around the other, and that'll secure them together. So we can then put our head on. Put it around the middle of the hairband and just twist them around one another. For a Teletubby you could do this. And again, you could choose your colours maybe more carefully than that. And then we could wrap a few different colours around it, just to give the bottom a wee bit of thickness. If it's too tall, just fold it over and just keep wrapping around. And there we go, so that's the beginning of it. You can actually put a flower or bow or something on that as well. So the next thing then with the witch is actually her skirt, and her skirt is made from tulle, which is like a netting that will be used in the can-can. It comes in 60 inches wide. You get this up in the fabric shop in Circus Street. So it comes in 60 inches wide, so that would be too long if we would put it that way for the child. So if we cut it lengthwise, then we need to cut it to fold in half. So we have 2 watts of it, which probably will be about 24 inches for the length that I've used. So if you have a cutting board, then it's handy, but if you don't, you can just use a tape measure. Measure down 24 inches. If you fold it up lengthwise on itself a few times, it's easier to cut on a strip. So when it's laid out, measure out to 24 inches on your table. So that's down to there. So with the cutting board then we'll just line it up, just straighten it up. And then with the cutter then, there we go. So we've got that's our length folded over. So the only thing we need to do now is to cut this into smaller strips, which is just a case of folding it up. And I've gone with about 3-inch strips, so you can just fold it up and then cut it then into 3-inch strips. There's 1, 2, 3. There we go. And up 3 inches at a time. So when you have those all cut, you'll end up with strips that'll be folded in half. It's quite difficult to see this. On the black, so I'm going to use the blue now. So this wee one has been started with the blue. So the waist of it is just, I've used an elastic here, but you can use a ribbon. So if you wanted to cut your ribbon just long enough to fit around the child's waist and tie them in a bow at the back of it. This is a nice satin ribbon, so it'll add to it as well. Put your ribbon. The best way to put your ribbon on now is to just use the back of the chair. Like that. Tie your ribbon around the back of the chair. And then we're going to use then the pre-cut strips that we've made. Fold them in half. Put them in under. And open it back up again. Like that. And pop the end through and tug it up tight. So you continue doing that with all your cut pieces. So fold it in half. The folded end up and underneath the ribbon and catch the edge and pull it down through. And keep working your way around that. So fold it in half. Pop it up and underneath, open the hole, catch the edge and pull it back through, and the same again. So you continue this the whole way around until you get to the end, and that's your skirt. So I'll show you one more. Fold it in half, 2 edges even at the bottom, fold it on the end, closed end here. Pop it in under the ribbon, or you can use a belt or elastic and catch it and pull it through. So that's your skirt. So I can show you the little lady herself. You could also velcro it. I've used Peterson in this particular one here, so that's the wee skirt then. I've used Peterson, which is quite firm, but you could velcro it together at the back then, or tie it on the boot. Her top is just a child's long sleeve t-shirt style top, which I got in Dunnes stores, and excuse me, they come in at £2 each. So the fabric you'll get in the fabric shop in Cypress Street is called tulle. It's a stuffed netting, and if you go up there, tell Maria or the girls that it's for a tutu, and they'll know the exact kind to get you. You could get rainbow colours and make it into a unicorn, or you could go with your black for the witch. So I have now taken that a step further, and you can see now this lady over here can either be dressed up as Poison Ivy or as Mother Nature, for example. But Mother Nature's skirt is exactly the same process as the witch skirt for the child was, except this time, instead of using the tulle, I have used plastic swing bags. So there's 90p for the roll, 25 in the roll, and this is one roll, but you probably would need a second roll because the bag's empty. So again, using the ribbon, these are the bags that have the handles, tie handles. You need to look for that when you're buying them, because it won't work otherwise. If you use the tie handle ones, you'll be able to reuse the bags when you're finished with it, because they're not destroyed. So all I do is open the handle of the bag, and that's your look created. Turn around the back so that you can see what's been done. So she's got the ribbon for her back, and just put the handle in underneath it. Take the bottom of the bag, pull it through it, and tug it down. So that's continued. You can make this up on the rainbow skirt as well, because there's quite a few colours on these bags, and they were 69 pence from Point Stretchers. The only thing about this costume is it wouldn't be suitable for a child because of the plastic being flammable. So anyone who's wearing this type of a costume, they really need to make sure that they're nowhere near naked flames, because it wouldn't be very safe. So take off your bag and then open the bag handles, and pop the bag handles under the ribbon, and then through the bottom of the bag, through the handle, tuck it down, and then that's part of your dress. So when you're actually finished with this, then you can take each bag off and use it for your rubbish, so it's reusable. So for the rest of Mother Nature, I have just got a green t-shirt and some flowers that were on a string, and I've just added some ivy leaves in case you wanted to make it into poisoned ivy. Just another ribbon round her waist, and I have just pinned the flower on. I've actually pinned these on too, means you can take them off and reuse your t-shirt again as well. So the small one here that I had started on the blue, she can actually be made into Wonder Woman. So this could be used as an adult version or a child version. Make up your tutu, just a plain red top, and then you can cut out a W then and put on that for Wonder Woman. So I hope you have enjoyed that today, as much as I have, and happy Halloween and stay safe. Thank you.